Hello all, welcome back to another video of ISAL. Today I'm going to share a very important video for all the prospective students who are planning their academic journey in Belgium. It's about your visa application process. In Belgium, you will have to apply for a long-term type D student visa. Application can be processed through two organizations. You can apply it directly to the Belgium embassy, which is situated in Delhi, or you can apply to the consulate, which is in Mumbai. So for this, you need to be very sure that you only apply to the nearest organization. So if you are from North India, make sure you apply to the embassy directly, that is to Delhi. And if you are from South India or below Mumbai, you apply to Mumbai. So next, one of the most important list is about the list of documents that you will have to submit. Starting with the passport. Passport should be valid for the period of your education. Then you need to have a medical insurance, an international medical insurance that would cover up to 30,000 euros. There is a list of banks or agents through which you can avail this medical insurance. Medical certificate. For this medical certificate as well, you need it from the doctors which are approved by the Belgian embassy, and the list is provided in the embassy website. Diploma or your latest degree certificate, your admission letter or any other proof of your admission, PCC or police clearance certificate, for which you can apply to your nearest police station, and they'll make sure that you have no past record or proof of your. You need to have a blocked account certificate or any other financial certificate. For blocked account, for KU Leuven students, you can avail it through KU Leuven. You can make the payment for KU Leuven and they'll make sure that you get the money every month. Or there are other private agents that take care of the blocked account, or you can provide other financial certificate, but it's always best that you have the blocked account. It's a more sturdy source of financial needs. And next, you need to pay a contribution fee and you need to show the certificate of payment of contribution fee. About all of this fee payment, I'll discuss in the next session. From the above mentioned document, you need to make sure that you apostille your degree certificate and PCC. So this is a proof that Ministry of HRD has seen and verified your degree. For this also there is a list of agents that do this for you. It could cost you up to 2,000 to 5,000 rupees. You can send them your original documents. They will send it to Ministry of HRD. They will get it sealed and send it to you. You need to submit the apostille document at the VFS center, and even the photocopies has to be of the apostille document. For all the above mentioned documents, you need to also have 2 photocopies of all. And you will be submitting the original documents and the 2 photocopies, and even the original document, they'll keep it with them and they'll send it to you via courier, or you can collect it through your nearest VFS office. And for courier, you need to mention that you need the courier service, and it will charge you a nominal fees, and it will be taken during your appointment. The steps that needs to be followed is, first, you can make an online application through VFS. VFS is dealing with Belgian visa as well as many other European countries visa. So you can make an online application mentioning your country of residence, the country to which you are planning your travel to, and then you can choose a long-term type D student visa and start your online application. Once you've submitted your application, you can book an appointment at your nearest VFS service office. So for this also you need to make sure that you are applying to your region. That is, if you are from region in South India, make sure you apply to all the offices which is below Mumbai and otherwise in the Delhi area. And once you book the appointment, you can go there and submit the document. Don't worry if you don't get an appointment in the nearer days because they always open the slots for walk-in submissions, and you can go there and submit your document. Even if you have an appointment, you can still walk in and submit your documents. For that, you need to take a token at the spot. And in the VFS center, on top of collecting the document, they'll collect the visa fees as well from you. And if your documents are not fine, there are two things that can happen. You will be called, you will be sent an email through VFS that this document is missing, and then you will have to go through your nearest VFS office and then submit a certain document. Or it could be that they will send this file to Belgian embassy, and if they are sending it to the Belgian embassy, it can take up to 2 months or 3 months for your visa to be processed. So make sure that all your documents are legit and valid, and you have a solid background for your future education. Or you have a very strong motivation letter. You can also submit a motivation letter along with your documents. And if your all documents are fine, this will be sent to the Belgian embassy, and then at embassy, once the documents are with embassy, there is no point in contacting VFS for the update of your document. You can track your status of your application through VFS, and if you know that it's at Belgian embassy, then VFS has no more control about it. And if you have very certain queries, you can always contact Belgian embassy at their mentioned hours, or you can mail to them, embassy or consulate. And if you have any certain queries and all that, you can write to them at any point of time. And if everything goes well, your visa will be approved, and they'll send your passport and original document through VFS, and it could be couriered or you can collect. Or there is a chance that you will be called for an interview. So in the recent days, most of the applicants are called for an interview. It depends if you are applying to Delhi or if you are applying to Mumbai consulate also. So if you are called for an interview, you need to have a strong motivation why you are going to Belgium, or proof. They can ask you about your financial means. They can ask you about your past education, or what are your intent in Belgium and all that. And if all of those are solid, you really don't need to worry, they will not grill you. But make sure that you are going there for a legit reason, and you are able to communicate that to the officers in the embassy. And next is one of the most important part, that is regarding the fees. So for the whole visa process, or for the whole visa process, there are 3 types of payments that you have to make. First and most critical amount is for the blocked account, which you'll get it monthly back through your blocked account. So every month you will be, for KU Leuven, you will be paid this is for the year 2023. They are collecting an amount of 11,500 euros, and it's with 950 euros for each month and 100 euro like a service charge. And you'll be paid back this 950 euros for the period of 1 year. And then for this, you need to make the payment through a bank, and you will get a certificate. Through this certificate, you need to fill out a form and submit to KU Leuven. And KU Leuven will return you with a financial certificate approving that. They give a proof that you have made the payment and this amount is reserved for you. And secondly, you have to pay a contribution fee to the Belgium embassy or consulate. So this is based on Article 60 and it's an amount of approximately 200 to 300 euros. The exact amount for that year for your kind of visa will be mentioned in the website. And then this also has to be paid through a bank. through forex transaction and collect a certificate that this payment has been done. And then there is a visa fee. So visa fees, it's approximately 15,000 to 20,000 rupees. So initially you will have to pay somewhat around 2,000 rupees while making an appointment of VFS, and the remaining amount you will have to pay during your appointment. So when you go for the document submission, you will have to pay around 15,000 to 17,000 rupees. And lastly, there is a tentative timeline that you can follow. It's not very strict. It totally depends on when you get your admission and when you plan your travel and all that. But it's always best that you start with your application by July. Hopefully, since the deadline is March end, you will get a result by April or May. And then with the information you have, you can start with the application definitely by end of July. And then you can start with requesting for a PCC, because PCC has the timeline takes up to 20 days. It could be less than a week, or it could be up to 20 days or a month. It totally depends on your nearest police station. And also on top of that, you need to get this document apostille. So only once you have the PCC and your diploma, you can send it to the apostille agent and they'll get it apostille. This can also take up to 1 week or 2 weeks or even a month depending on their timeline. And for apostille also, they can charge you up to 2,000 to 5,000 rupees. And once you have all the document, or even if you know tentatively that you will get the document by a certain day, you can book your appointment through VFS. And you can follow it up through, and if everything goes well and if your interview also goes well, it will not take up more than like 10 days to get your passport back. It depends on if you have requested for a courier service, where your residence is and how much time it takes for the courier. But you can know if you have an approved visa or not, even if you don't get your passport back, by contacting VFS or by contacting the Belgian embassy. But make sure that you have get your passport back before your travel date. And I think if everything goes well, you can get a positive response by end of August. And even if it's later than that, you don't need to worry. You can still make it, and there are students who travel in September end as well. And since KU Leuven has a registration deadline of October, it's still fine. And if you still have any questions, I will post a link of the recent Telegram group through which you can ask your visa related question, accommodation related question, or anything. You can contact us on Instagram to Aisal Leuven, or you can write a mail to us, and the mail ID will also be provided down below. You can leave a comment if you have any questions, we'll try to answer them. So don't worry, we wish you all the best for your visa and your journey, and we are really looking forward to welcoming you all. So all the best. Bye-bye.